These are the instructions for the Orange Belt practice page. Begin by putting your name on the paper. The directions for exercise 1, you need to write the letter names and then copy the notes. When we write our letter names, we want to use our two mnemonics. Every good boy deserves football on the lines, face in the space. The first note is what? A line or space note? If you said line, you are correct. So we'd use every good boy deserves football. Every good boy. Boy is what letter? B is correct. The second note, is it a line or space? If you said space, you are correct. So we have face in the space. F-A-C-E going up. F-A. The third note is a line or space note. Line note is correct. Every good. This note is G. Go ahead and finish labeling the notes in exercise 1. Pause the video until you're ready to continue. The next step is to write. We wrote our letter names. The next step is to copy the notes. And I drew an arrow to remind us to copy over. So this first measure is going to go here. The second measure is going to go here. This one is a line note, 3 lines up. I start by 1, 2, 3. Draw my circle. Quarter note is filled in. Draw the stem. And I'm going to do that with each of my notes for measure 1 and measure 2. Going to copy them over. Measure 2 goes all the way to a half note. So we have quarter, quarter, half. And you should have labeled all of your letter names underneath. Exercise 2 has the same directions. Write your letter names, copy the notes. Go ahead and label your letter names on the first notes. Pause the video until you're ready to move on. You should have written in all of your correct letter names for exercise 2. I will give you the first note. Is it a line or space? Space note is correct. F-A. Oh, so the first note is an A. All of those should all be labeled. When you copy this over, we have a new rhythm. We have a half rest. 2 beats of silence. Copying the first measure has 4 quarter notes. One half note in the next measure, followed by, it looks like a filled-in rectangle sitting above the line here. There is our half rest. Exercise 3, we may work on in class. For the notes, go ahead and label. Is this first note a line or space? Line note is correct. Every good boy, B. All 3 notes are B's. Go ahead and label on there. The next part has what letter name? If you said space note F-A, the note A, you are correct. Go ahead and label 4 A's on your papers. The final measure, line or space? Line note is correct. What letter? You said G. You are correct. Now, the final part is composing your own song using the pitches G, A, and B with quarter notes and half notes. So some example rhythms we could use. You could use 4 quarter notes. That adds up to 4 quarter notes, 4 time. I could use half note, and that fills up 1 measure. I could use 2 quarter notes plus 1 half note, or 1 half note plus 2 quarter notes. I'm going to do quarter, quarter, half note for my first measure. I'm going to choose G, G, and then B. I could use A. Maybe I'll use A in another measure. But right now, G, G, B, because I need 1, 2, 3 notes. I need to make a G, which is a quarter note. Every good. G, fill it in. I have to draw another one. I'm making sure the line goes right through the middle of my circle. Fill it in, draw a stem. B is going to be a half note. Every good boy. There you go. You can make a different first measure than what I have, and you need to finish the composition with 3 more measures. You can use the same rhythm, all measures, or you could change and use a different rhythm in measures. The choice is yours. Please use quarter notes and half notes in your composition, and use the letters G, A, or B.